sometimes design tends to get too internally focused, and then we designers and architects tend to take things too seriously, and we lose a sense of humor of doing things, and we lose those essential things that make life joyful. And a lot of times our design is to remind people that it's fun to be in certain spaces, that it can be interesting, it can be fun, it can be enjoyable. So, there is always an element of wit to what we do, but all of that wit is anchored in very serious thought at times, and that thought is usually about the people who occupy that space. That wit is wisdom. It's very important to have architecture or design that draws from local references, that mines the local traditions for points of inspiration and does something new with it. Now we have to understand what is traditional and acceptable to us right now as a way of doing things was not so sometime before it. That was a new thing then. You're picking away, something was done, let's say in West, within a certain prescribed architectural trend. You pick it up and put it here. Now just because you've seen it in the West doesn't really dignify it. Sometimes it's completely useless in this environment. Unfortunately, all change happens first with some things that are very ordinary, and a lot of architecture that happens around us is ordinary. And I won't really give much thought to that. I think it's part of the whole evolution that will happen. Eventually, people will find that they can discern the difference between good and bad within that kind of a paradigm or realm that we are talking about of architecture. They can discern what's good and bad and be able to tell that, okay, this glass box is no good. And West is not always right. But it's also this aspirational thing. Now you have to understand the mindset of somebody who's staying in a tier 2 city. They benchmark and reference themselves against the big cities, the Mumbai, Delhi, Calcutta and all of these cities. And somewhere deep down, they think that if you can do as well or better, then they've really arrived. And I see that, I sense that hunger in some of these younger developers in tier 2 cities. I'll again resist from using the word iconic, but projects that actually burn into people's imagination, that people connect to, that they feel for, in some sense. So I'm sure that we'll see that happening in the next 5 years. Mark my words.